You always knew that you will be a part of this journey.
Because you see your father working so hard like this. He showed us how to work hard. Doesn't matter how tough the times are.
Learnings which really helps you today.
You learn these things. These things are very important. I would suggest anybody who's young, they should pick up sport. But in sports, you will feel all the situations of life. You will lose, you will win, you will grind, you will try to hone your skills.
July month in Jodhpur is, you can imagine, of it was more than 50 degrees. So we finished the work and then we came back. When you are alone, when your dad is with you or you have a support in the family, and once your dad is not there, that happened with me. I have a government job also. That was another dilemma in my mind, whether to quit that job and full-time do the work.
Everybody's hero is their dad.
Was there ever a moment when something went wrong and taught you something that you still carry today? Every champion starts with a story, and sometimes the toughest battles are fought off the field. When purpose meets passion, you don't just play, you inspire. And that's what this story is about.
Look for the silver lining whenever a cloud appears in the blue.
Hello and welcome to Between Us. Make every conversation count.
Sandeep ji, Siddhant, we are beginning with the first segment, which is the foundation of Rido, if that's okay. Huh. You started when sports infrastructure wasn't even a category. Can we say that? What did you see?
See, my story is totally different. I was a player. I used to go to the stadium and practice there every day. And that was in my blood. Sports is in our blood. Bhola family, we are all sportsmen in our family. So one day after the game, I was sitting with my coach having tea. And then my coach and his friend was discussing something about the basketball boards. So I just gave a ear. I said, "What are you saying, sir?" They said that we didn't get that transparent 30 boards in India. So he said, "I have been searching for it and I've been requesting to all the concerned people, but we are not been able to get it." So I said, because we have a family business of helmets, visors. If you see that transparent helmet visors. So I used to go for purchasing. I used to help my dad also. So I was having the idea that I saw that thick thing there. So I said, "Sir, what are you saying? I'll get you that." So he said, "If you can bring it, I'll promise you it will sell like a hot cake." So my coach, it was in his already, it was in his mind that if he can bring, I'll buy from him. But I was totally in a different scenario. I said, "I'll help you out and I'll get you that material." But anyhow, next day morning, I just went to that state. I told my dad, "I'm going there. I have to get this thing." So I went there, I saw that, and I took the samples from there. I prepared it in a very presentable manner. And then I took it and with me, and then I show it to my coach. After seeing that, he said that तुम ले आए? मैंने कहा हाँ sir, along with some Indian I still remember Indian culture, you can say something, like maybe an Indian lion or something. See the journey. He went inside and he said, "You wait there, I'm just coming." And then he called me inside after 10 minutes or so. And then there was, I still remember his name, Brigadier Jamwal was there at the Regional Director, Sports Authority at IG Stadium. He just asked me, "Bache, tum ye bana loge?" So my coach said, yeah, sir, he will make. So he said, "Okay, 3 pairs you have to make it. And I want 1 pair at Jodhpur on 26th. I'm going there to inaugurate the ground." So I still remember it was 16th or 17th of that month. So my coach said, okay, you wait outside, I'm coming. And then he came out. I said, "Sir, what are you doing? मेरे को फंसा दिया आपने, मैं, how can I make this?" Then he said, no, अब हम नहीं जानते, you have to do this. नहीं तो मतलब ये आपको करना है काम. So I said, okay. Then that I don't have any experience of making a basketball board, but still I took initiative. I purchased the material. I prepared it. I know how I could get that cutting and edging and then lining of all that, everything I go by book. I asked, and he helped me also. Like he guided me, you do like this, this, this. And then, and that day, Brigadier Saab said that my truck is going on 22nd. If you want to send the material, you can put it in and take it there. So by 22nd, I have to load that in the truck also. That was another challenge. So then finally, I went myself there because nobody was there who can do the fixing and all that. July month in Jodhpur is, you can imagine, of it was more than 50 degrees. So we finished the work and then we came back. My mother said, "What have you have done? It's all black." I have to do that. I mean, that's all apart, but that's how my journey started. Okay. And the next year, I was on the Sports Authority of India's approved brands list. I got the approval, and then slowly, orders started coming in from all over India.
So it was purely a coincidence.
It was a coincidence.
Okay. Sandeep ji, tell us about your first major project that became a turning point.
See, there are many projects which I cannot forget, but few opportunities are really which became the turning point. One day, I remember I was sleeping in the night, and there was international championship which is going to be held at Talkatore Stadium, New Delhi. So at I think 2 o'clock in the night, my friend called me, the great Harish Sharma. Now he is no more, but at that time he was the Secretary General for Basketball Federation of India. He was my senior player actually, but he became Secretary General for Basketball Federation of India, and then he organized international matches in India. So the basketball hoop were not so common, which were used in the international matches. So they were bringing it from somewhere from Sports Authority Gujarat. So on the transit, that I think truck met with an accident, and they broke down one part of it. He called me in the night. He said, I don't want to use those words. He said, "Bloody, you are sleeping and we are in trouble." I said, "What happened?" He said, "Come and see. I can't tell you on phone." So I went there, and then I saw that, and then he said, "Don't worry, we'll try to fix it up." Because in the morning we have matches. I mean, morning they have opening. Very next morning. In the afternoon, in the morning they have some opening, and then for afternoon matches were starting. So I went there. I said, let the market open. And then we went and we took that some parts and tried to manage it. And I think by 1 o'clock or 1:30, we just fixed everything. And that was the moment everyone, everyone was so involved, and they said that you done a good job. But that was monetary. If you see, there is nothing I gained, but only a relation I got and the trust of the community I got in that. After that, we started making all those backstop units. Those used to be imported from abroad, from Europe and from other countries. We made it in India. And then I told him that even if you need 10 sets in the night, you just let me know. I'll give all the sets.
You must have heard these stories a lot of time, anecdotes. How did that impact in the sense that you always knew that you will be a part of this journey? So were there learnings which really helps you today?
Yeah, because you see your father working so hard like this, so that you always say you don't you have to show, you just can't say. So he showed us how to work hard. Doesn't matter how tough the times are, you have to get more tougher and deal with it. And that's what also, when you learn sports, you learn these things. You learn these things are very important. I would suggest anybody who's young, they should pick up sport. Even if you can't be a professional, but you should play sports, because sports will teach you so many things of life which you will not able to get, or you will learn them but at a very later age, or even if you met with some situation. But in sports, you will feel all the situations of life. You will lose, you will win, you will grind, you will try to hone your skills. All those things are required in life to be successful, I would say. So these stories, and these examples,
And these are real life examples.
and everybody's hero is their dad for a boy child. So he is the first hero. So you hear these stories of your hero, then you have to emulate it sometimes in your life.
What was the hardest lesson for you in the earlier years of starting this?
You know, the hardest lesson you can say, when you are alone, when your dad is with you or you have a support in the family. So, and once your dad is not there, that happened with me at a very, early age. So that was the hardest moment in my life. Then, I have to adopt it. I quickly, I learned that now on, I have to adopt it just to sustain. Because, we have a small business, family small business. I have a government job also. That was another dilemma in my mind, whether to quit that job and full-time do the work. If I fail, what happened? Because, so many things comes, because I am the only earning member in the family. So I took, one day, it took me, 1 second to decide, I tell you. I said, whatever done, I'll make more than what I'm getting in my job. I'll make more money to sustain my family. That I decided on my own. And then I never looked back. I said, I have to do this. I have to be focused. And the most important thing in this journey, the sports, how the sports is more important, especially the team games if you play. In the team game, the most important lesson a player learns is to take your team along with you. You cannot single-handedly do everything. So you have to take everyone along. And there's a famous saying that the weakest link of the chain is your ultimate strength, because your strength will be measured with the weakest link. So you have to take that weakest link along with you and be successful. So that much I could, by that time, I could learn by playing sports. So I had a very small team of my business. I took them along, and then, started my journey from there on.
Was there ever a moment where you felt like giving up? Ever? And if not, what kept you going?
Never in my life.
I could have answered that for you. He's a sportsman. Sportsmen never give up.
All right.
Yeah.
If I were to ask you this question, what do you think, not just for you, but in general entrepreneurs, do you think that you have to unlearn a few things about doing business in India?
Yeah, there are, every society has some plus and minus. If I say everyone is perfect, that is not true. So you have to take, everything is in your kitty. You have to deal with them. Problem comes and you have to find the solutions. So everyone has his own way of doing it. I has my own ways, but I never think. Hard time comes, problems comes in our systems. But what if we say if we say no, that thing is not as per my narrative or my point of view, so it's not going to help you. You have to adopt and you have to adopt and take your journey along, and then later on you try to narrate your things, and if people comes with you, that is plus point for you. But otherwise you have to do your own work. No, you have to be with your journey.
What are your thoughts, Siddhant?
Yeah, that is true. The challenges would come and you should be mentally prepared for it. This is life. Life comes with challenges. You have to face them. You have to be ready. It is not easy. Nothing is easy, but you have to be prepared. You have to find ways. And if you take one step, the what do you call God will give you light or will show you the path. But the hardest thing is to be mentally prepared and taking that first step. So you should always be ready, because nothing will come as you want it. It will always come as life serves it, and it is always surprising only. So you should be just ready and adaptable, I would say.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next segment, and it's about engineering excellence. So there is a lot more science in sports flooring than we think. Can you explain what makes a good sports surface?
See, as a sportsman, then again, this thing comes in a practical manner. I tell you, with a very practical example. We used to play on a cemented surface in national stadiums. So national stadium in those days was the best ground in Delhi. One of the best ground, you can say, outdoor grounds. And if you talk to any sports person and if you talk about playing on a hard surface, he will tell you what kind of problems you face every day, fatigue and so many injuries and all. One day, we got a chance to go to a US Embassy school. And thereon, we saw, and we entered into the sports arena and we were just like, what's going on? It's beautiful. Cushion flooring and best of the hoops, AC environment. It was, dust free and everything. That's the difference. The quality of the surface. Then we came to know that there are, these kind of floorings also, which is meant and which is there. Actually, it has to be like this. So, and I still remember we played there for, I think, more than 2.5, 3 hours. And our fatigue level was, it was less than half what we have at the cemented surface. So, quality of the surface is very important. It's a very important factor.
Okay. Do international certifications play a role?
Definitely. Definitely.
Can you share some light on them?
See, like if you have a certified systems, so and on the one hand you have a uncertified systems. I'm not saying that uncertified systems are not good or bad. But quality standard specifications are there, and the manufacturer has to go through all those test parameters, which has been not done by one person, which is been done by the entire sports community of the world, and they have decided like what kind of shock absorptions, what kind of other parameters should be there to sustain the players and protect him from getting injured and all. So you have a like a doctor is a doctor, he's a qualified MBBS doctor, and one is MD doctor, and another is another super special. So everything is all certifications are there. So there must be some difference in that.
Right.
So likewise, it's a certified system is a certified system.
Siddhant, as you take this forward, I'm sure coming in.
I'll like to say, like all these certifications they're generally done abroad. So these guys are way ahead of us. So they have designed certain parameters, keeping in mind the performance of an athlete, safety of an athlete. So these tests are based around those, and these are tested in certain climatic conditions as well. So it's a very rigorous test. You have to follow all these parameters, keeping in mind, as I said, the performance of an athlete and injuries which can occur. So these make difference. As if we were very good in hockey when it was played on the natural grass, but we didn't adapt to astroturf, and we were left behind. So when I would like to say, like, whenever these norms or standardization is done, we should be with that standardization, or we should be up to speed with
And
that norms.
and that's one of your key focus areas also
Exactly.
as you bring
As
in
we
fresh ideas.
aspire, as we aspire to be a global brand, so we have to keep up with the global standards, and we at Rido Sports always take care of these standards.
This thought came to me. How do you balance custom demands from clients with your internal quality benchmarks?
That is challenging, but
Do you have an
sometimes,
example you want to share without naming the client?
like, mostly they don't ask us for some performance related request. It's mostly aesthetics, because for the performance part of it, they trust us.
Okay.
They will come to us, they'll like, we want to do certain type of activities or certain type of sport they want to play, so we suggest them or we give them a very good product. Their main concern is generally, as far as my experience is there, to have certain aesthetics. By aesthetics, I mean certain color, or adding their branding or their mascot logo onto the floor. That is what I've gotten so far.
Has that ever come in the way of, and the reason why I ask you is, as a follow-up question, have you ever had to walk away from a project because the quality couldn't be compromised?
Yeah, there have been certain
And the reason
projects.
why I ask you is that excellence is what you strive for, right?
Exactly.
It's every day's now it is almost every day's call we have to take, because the volume of sports projects is huge now, and every day we have to decide, pick and choose the right project with the right product. We cannot do every project. No company in India can do all the project which is coming.
But do you also feel that because today, because of technology, people actually are more aware of what's going on around? That makes it even more, I personally feel, having been an entrepreneur myself, I know that an informed client is a blessing as well as a challenge in some ways. So do you also, like, my best friend is a doctor, and she always tells me, sometimes we love that our patients are involved, but sometimes when they come and show us printouts from the Google saying that this is what the symptoms are, then you want to take a back seat. So do you feel that there are times where aesthetics takes over the excellence, where they do you deal
There
with
have
that
been
today?
times. There have been times when client thinks this is the right way to go about it. So our approach is to educate or enlighten him. Okay, if you have to go this way, so these are the challenges. If you are okay with it, then it's fine. Ultimately, it's your call. But our job is to educate them and tell them what's the right standard, what are the industry practices, what is the cons of doing this way, or what are the pros going that way. So we give them all the options, lay down all the options in front of them, and let them decide, giving a recommendation, this should be the way it should be done. If you have to make a what you call world class or an international, national level arena or a facility, but if that your request is so important that you cannot let it go, then this might be the case, or this might be a con.
Do you think, Sandeep ji, when you were starting off, maybe decades earlier, the trust of the customers in you was a lot more, because they probably trusted you as a sports person with how you've built it up vis-a-vis today where they have multiple options. Do you feel that that is the case?
Yeah, I can tell you very good examples. There are few clients. They always call us, and we have been working with them since last maybe 20-25 years, and we are still working with them. They are happy. We are happy because the deliver quality is your. But I always say that your repeat order is your trust, but you get from a client. If you got a repeat order, that means you are going on the right path.
That's interesting. We move to the third segment, and it's aptly titled "India on the Global Map," right? And I know this will definitely be of great interest to you. Do you feel that Indian-made surfaces still have to fight for recognition abroad?
See, we have started our journey much later than those who are internationally doing it from last 40 years. So the recognition comes with the time, you know.
And that's the only thing you feel, just the with time.
That's one of the thing.
Okay.
Second thing comes pricing, quality, pricing. If you have a very good quality but a wrong price, you will never going to sustain in the market. If you have very good pricing and very low quality, not good at so much of quality, then again also you will not going to make something for you. You have to have both the things in your hand: good quality at the right price. So there are challenges in pricing because we in international market we have China there. We have to compete with China.
Sandeep ji, especially for you, and Siddhant has just joined in now, I mean, the last decade. Do you still believe that Indian-made surfaces still have to fight for recognition abroad?
Yes, because there is a reason. The sports surfaces is started by the international brands than much earlier than India. India is from last, you can say, from 10 years or so, the Indian manufacturers are started coming now, and we are still young. And for the international market, we have to have two things are very important: the quality and the right price. So we have to have both balance of pricing and a good quality. So here also a support from the government is very important in this, because China, when it started in early 90s, they were like everywhere. Go and pick the order, go and pick the orders. The government will give you all the subsidies to support. So now you see China. Where is China now? So that kind of support, if Indian manufacturers is also going to get, then we'll definitely have a very bright chance. We can produce all the qualities. We can produce, anything in India. We can hire the best in the world. Always go and talk to the best in the world, hire them, and then produce the best quality, and then rightly price. Because India is we have got cheap labors. Still, we are very, cheap in labor still now. So we can make best of it. And
Without
then,
compromising on the quality.
yes, but without compromising on the quality. Yeah. That should be.
So my follow-up to this response is, what does Make in India mean in your line of work?
See, Make in India means a lot as far as Indian market is concerned, and also for the global exports also. But first I come to Indian market. The government policy is rightly doing towards developing the Indian manufacturing ecosystem. That is very important to have a sustainable growth and to have a see, if a factory comes in India, not only you are producing it in India, but you are giving employment opportunity to the countrymen, taxes, and the what do you say, the timelines and the strength of supply is going to be in your side. So you can always you can always serve the projects on timely completion and all. If you import from outside and produce it in India, you'll have 3 months of advantage buying it from Indian.
Hmm.
So that's a plus point.
Sandeep ji, my follow-up question to you would be, what does it take to convince international clients to trust a homegrown brand? Now, I know you've mentioned about being price sensitive and quality, but I think it's much more than that.
Yes, definitely. The most important things is the international accreditations, your lab test reports, your quality control measures in your factory, and your sustainable projects. Uh, the projects you have done and that has been sustained for so many years and so many different locations. India is a very vast country. We have got climate of minus 30 degrees also and a plus 50-degree temperature also. So we can always tell our international clients that come and see these projects. We have done this much of work, and with the international accreditations, we are with you. What quality you want, we can produce it here, and the right price. So these are the things which can always attract international buyers. And also there is an environment which is required. See the scale of China, how big their shows are, trade shows. The people from all over the world comes. So we need that kind of, Indian manufacturers need that kind of support. If we get that, then the sky is the limit then.
Also, I would like to add my perspective to this. Like, Make in India is a very good initiative by our government, and I would now want them to promote it in a way that we all get benefited. Like, I would say at policy levels, they should come up with such a scheme that if there are certain number of works which has to be done in India, so certain allocation needs to be given to Indian or Make in India manufacturers, so that they can showcase their products to show to our global clientele or anybody. So as I said, that government should support us with certain allocation to us, to Make in India manufacturers to showcase their products, because India is a vast country and there are a lot of works coming up. And now, since we are manufacturing it here in India in our respective fields, and quite naturally, people don't know that we do it here in India. So if the push comes from government, like if you find in your respective field, if there is an Indian brand or Make in India company, so we should allocate certain work to them. So in this way, when the works will come, there will be more players which will come, and that will in turn help government and our economy to boost.
Are there Indian innovations that global players have already begun to adopt?
See, in our sports arenas or sports field, um, uh, I don't think. I mean, there is anything. Actually, it is not. It's not a fortunate thing, but maybe in the future we may develop, new things for the world. We have indigenized so many things as per our condition, but so far
We are using their standards
We are
as a
using-
gold standard.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that brings us to our next segment, segment 4, and it's story time. So let's talk about uh, some interesting stories during the course of Rido's journey. Tell us about a site visit that completely surprised you, for better or for worse.
Site visit after our project is delivered, or after
I'll leave it to you to say it. Something that made you feel wow, or something that made you feel, oh, this should not be the case.
So for me, if you ask me, we just recently completed one project which was there facing a lot of challenges which were there. Someday or the other I was getting a call, this is not going right, this is not going right, or this is not up to the mark, and all those things. So we managed. I didn't lose hope, but when it turned out, I was surprised. I never thought it was a huge site. Like the finish of that our product will come out that good. So for me, that is one thing. In my recent memory, I could find something.
For me, there is a site as well as a project which we recently finished, and it was in a our team very proudly saying that we have delivered it in a record time, and every day there was challenges, but our team was there, and we completed a big project with the army, and it came out really well. So that is a complete project which makes me feel proud about our Rido Sports and my Rido Sports team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me talk about some interesting moments. Have you had moments where children or athletes reacted to a completed court in a way that stayed with you?
See, my project with the railways, I did in my initial years. That was amazing because I told you I'm a basketball player, and I did it for a railway. There was a railway team was stationed there. So once the project finished and I visited there, I said that I'll come and have a game with you guys. So at that time, when I saw the reaction of the first game they played on that surface, so the reactions of the teammates and the players, railway players were amazing. They got amazed and they said, really, we are very happy to play in those surface. So that gives us a lot of satisfaction. You do 10 works, you do million works, but once you get such comments from the client, that makes your day.
Okay, now let's look at the other side. Was there ever a moment when something went wrong and taught you something that you still carry today?
Maybe I'm in my memory. I'm not remembering anything.
Or maybe let me rephrase this. So,
I'll tell you one thing. Like whenever we go somewhere where we are not able to get the work or we are not there, I'm talking about tendering process basically. We go there and we sometimes we are not able to qualify, and so the learnings which I take is you have to stay grounded, have to work hard, you have to come up better next time, and make sure that you pass the qualifying criteria. Or
yeah, but that's at the tendering process level.
I'm
We're talking
just-
about, yeah, I understand. But I'm talking from a project perspective. And maybe if I were to use the correct word, instead of saying something went wrong, has there been learnings?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
this-
I have few projects. We have in our initial stages when we started producing it in our own factory. There are things, the Rome is not built in a day. There is a famous saying. So everyone, you learn from your shortcomings or your wrongdoings, not intentionally, but it happens. Whenever you see something which you are producing in India on your own at that stage, there are a lot of challenges which comes. There are stages, but we never went back. We get them delivered, the projects, and we have to do entire projects relayed just to have a customer. The customer should be happy with us. And also in my initial days also, when we started making the backstop units of basketball, there also some issues came. We spent from our own pocket, but those were the initial investment which we invested, and don't let the client go. He should be ultimately happy for this. So there are things which we experience, and we have learned from those mistakes.
Okay. What has been the most challenging terrain or location that you ever had to work with?
You want me to name that terrain, or there are there is a site which is still we are working from last 4 years, and that site is really challenging. So
Is it infrastructurally challenging?
yes, infrastructurally challenging, and also the systems. You got so many challenges there. And, unfortunately, with our projects, these are outdoor projects. And during the rain, you can't work.
Yeah.
So there is a rain also. One very good example I'll give you. In Meghalaya, we got the heaviest rain in the world. There is a place. So near to that place, there was a site. We started the work there, and we missed the deadline. Deadline was not there, but we missed the rainy season. By 3 days, the rain started, and the entire project, got delayed for almost 9 months, because it rained 9 months in a year, and every day 4 to 5 times it rains. So the next year we finished that project. But it's a learning. But the next project we got 8 years later, maybe last year, we got another project there, because they was very happy, and also we are also very happy. The project we did in 2016 with our own Indian made Rido products, that is still working.
Mhm.
And you will be surprised to know that when I was entering that unit, it was an Indian Air Force unit. I was entering, and at the gate, Santri, the guard, he just questioned me, "Saab, aap kis liye aaye ho?"
Hmm.
I told him that I have come here for the flooring project.
Hmm.
The next thing he said to me is, "आप भी try कर लो, बहुत लोग आए यहाँ पे." So that, it made me thinking, many a times in my mind that what is this he said. So then it was in my mind when we were doing this. I told my team, we have to go do a good job. And that was our initial time of, production time, when we were starting our production there, Rido Flex. So we did those projects. Unfortunately, rain came, and then it got delayed for 9 months. But next year we completed it was a work for 7-8 days. We completed in 2016, 17. So still it is working. It is 2025 now. It is still working, and we did our own project. A second project we got from them.
Mhm.
It's still working. So both the things are there.
Okay. All right. So we move to the next segment, and we are calling it the social impact, and from an education standpoint. And the focus will be Rido's work with the community, access to sports in maybe underserved areas, if you guys are looking at it. Have you seen sports transform lives through your work?
Yes, definitely. We have done work with so many such sites that where only a ground is there in the entire village. Only one ground is there, and that is made by some visionary from that area, just to give it to the society. And we are proud that we are also a part of those projects. And the childrens are playing there, and we got national level athletes from there. So that kind of work gives lot of satisfaction to us.
Okay. How do you measure the long-term impact of what you build?
Long term impact, if you ask us about our journey, it's we have shown to the market that everything can be produced in India. So this is it's up to the market, but how they're going to take it, because everyone has his own vision. But as far as my this thing is concerned, that we have done something which we have achieved something with the international. Rido Sports is the first Indian company to get international accreditations from the World Athletics systems, and BWF, Badminton World Federations, and we got accreditation from International Tennis Federations. And there are so many other accreditations, and the events which we have covered. Still, in India, we are amongst the top equipment manufacturers for the international events, which is happening in the arena of basketball. All the basketball international matches are, we are very proud of this fact that is played on the Rido equipment, sports equipment. Yeah, that makes us very happy.
Siddhant?
See, if you see the lasting impacts, I'm pretty young to be thinking that ways. Honestly, I've not thought of it. But I would like to believe that through our efforts and through our work, there should be more athletes coming up or sportsmen and representing India at global stage. As we have done it in India, we have produced in India. And I would like to see Indian athletes and sportsmen coming up with the mindset of challenging to the world, setting the standards and saying we are no less. And rather than we catching up to them, they coming on to our levels. That would be something I'd like to see. And that is why I really love what I do.
Okay.
We get opportunity.
What kind of resistance or hesitation do schools sometimes have when they are investing in a sports infrastructure?
Hesitation.
Now we have seen that transition. Earlier they used to hesitate a lot. But I would say after COVID, they have realized the value of being fit. And being fit, they think playing a sport or getting into some physical activity. So now that hesitation is not there. Earlier, they used to hesitate. They used to think about, I'm talking about a school, they would think of investing that money in academics or something which is not related to sports. So now if we go there, so the talks are not of the budget. It's about what to deliver. And maybe he might tell you something.
Yes, he's right. कोरोना ने एक चीज तो हम सबको सिखा दिया, like health है तो सब कुछ है. And everybody realized that the importance of sports. So that hesitation is not there right now. Only problem which comes is the budgeting. Which small school challenges, those are the challenges which they face. Otherwise, 100% they believe, most of us now believe that health is the real wealth.
And finally, how important is it for you to reach beyond the metros?
It is very important. If you see all the athletes who are performing are coming from non-metro cities, tier 2, tier 3 cities. So the hunger and the desire to do something is lying there. Because if you see in metros, we are getting, I'm talking about myself also, like that hunger is not there. We see people just for fun or hobbies, but not as a profession. If you see, there are a lot of examples that probably you might be knowing also. All these athletes are coming from these tier 2, tier 3 cities, and we should promote them. And we should help them in whatever way we can.
And also, I'll combine Make in India initiative with this. If the government policies support Make in India, not only we get our projects delivered on time and at a very economical pricing, and also it gives lot of pride as an Indian to play on a Make in India surface.
Yeah.
True. Something a sportsman have, if you are morally high, if you think that we are capable enough to produce good quality surfaces, good quality equipment, and good, our own indigenous techniques and the training. So everything counts a lot. In earlier days, I'm talking about 25 years back, when Indian team goes abroad and first they really, it's really hard for our Indian athletes to adopt to their facilities and their systems. We were just like this, seeing all the surfaces, all the infrastructures, like wow, where we have come. So if we have those standards of infrastructure here in our own country, it gives our athletes a level play.
Mhm.
They are no more stranger to the such kind of infrastructure. So that really, and all those infrastructures required at the basic level, because from there the athlete comes.
And also, I like to add, if you give these sort of facilities, the confidence in that athlete comes that we can compete at that world level. There's nothing special about them, which I was young, it was kind of something like foreign athletes do something. It's nothing. We are now having all the facilities. And if that is inculcated in at a young age, that mindset which develops, I'll tell you, if you really want to become champions, it's all about the mindset. If that mindset is developed at a younger age, you will get that medal. I'm very sure of that. It's all about the
Yes.
mindset.
Yes, definitely.
All right, it's about the mindset.
Yeah.
And on that note, we move to the next segment, the future of play.
Okay.
And I think this is something which will excite you a lot more, Siddhant.
Okay.
What kind of surfaces do you think we will see? It's actually for both of you, but in the next 5 to 10 years.
Next 5 or 10 years, you will see more and more infrastructure is going to be developed in the rural India, in the urban India, because metros, we are seeing from last. I'm in this trade from last 32, 33 years, maybe since 1990. I have seen the transition. Earlier we don't even have even cemented grounds for basketball, playing basketball or a quality surface. Maybe thoda kahin hua. Nowadays you go to even a smaller school or in a tier 2 or tier 3 city, you will get good courts,
Decent size.
to play, good infrastructure you will find. So the next 5 or 10 years, it's going to improve on the flooring level and also on the equipment level, also the training level also.
Okay.
All these things, has to be developed side by side. We need good infrastructure, we need good equipment, we need good quality coaching, and a good national policy.
Okay.
To cover all these things.
Yeah. And I would say, like, if you talk, this is at the basic level. If you ask me about the professional level, I think a lot of data analysis would come into play.
Okay.
Now, a lot of high performance labs are coming in India as well. We have done one project which includes this technology with sports. So, wherein they measure the young athletes or sportsmen, they make them go through certain tests. And then after analyzing all their data, they send them into categories of which sport they can play the best in future. So that sort of things are coming up in India, and I think in next 10 years, this will ramp up as AI is enhancing day by day.
Well, the elephant in the room, AI.
Okay.
On that point, what's the one future trend in sports infrastructure that excites both of you the most?
Inclusion of at district level, every district level, inclusion of sports infrastructure projects. It excites us a lot. Not only it gives as an entrepreneur an opportunity to showcase our products and do some projects, but also it gives lot of things to the society. Because if you make a sports field, people will come to play. If you make a temple, people will come and worship. So these kind of things, for a sportsman, a field is like a temple. I still remember our coach used to tell us to light candles on Diwali on your courts. So it's sort of a temple. एक व्यापारी, एक बिजनेसमैन के लिए उसका एक शॉप होता है, वो उसका एक मंदिर होता है. ये हमने सुना हुआ है. इसी तरह, like a sportsman, he feels like this ground is, for me, it's a temple. So and it gives lot of positivities, because in society एक बच्चा जो शाम को आवारागर्दी कर रहा है इधर उधर, उसको एक ग्राउंड खेलने को मिल गया, वो आके 3 घंटे खेलेगा, घर जाके आराम से खाना खा के सो जाएगा। और नहीं तो वो फिर इधर उधर उत्पात मचाता है,
हाँ।
क्योंकि उसकी एनर्जीज चैनलाइज नहीं होती है। So that is our take.
Okay. AI and data science, is it already playing an important role?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you
I'll
share a
give
little
you
bit
an
more?
example. As I said earlier about the curriculum which is done to segregate athletes into different sports. I'm a basketballer, so I follow basketball very closely. If you see in the NBA, they do the draft combine, wherein they measure everything is data based. How much do you jump? What's your vertical? What's your stay in air? What's your accuracy? Everything. So you will be going into shooting, center, or you will be a leaper. All sort of things is all database. So I think that will slowly start replicating in all the games which we are playing here in India.
Okay.
And that is where I feel AI will definitely help us.
AI, apart from AI, there's something which is which has finally got a lot of attention from everyone, and that is climate and sustainability, right? So do you feel that, and if so, how is it that climate and sustainability are influencing your future designs?
So I think it's a big part of as world is moving towards carbon zero policy, sustainable green energy. So we proudly say our products are based out of sustainable raw materials. It's eco-friendly and it's very minimal synthetic or chemicals which will harm the environment. So we are mostly, I would say 95% of it is very sustainable, eco-friendly, and we are working towards it with a conscious mindset.
Sandeep ji?
Yes, definitely.
Was this something a factor when you initially started off? Because every time we talk about, when the world talks about climate and sustainability, if you look at us, our roots, our civilization, we have been sustainable for thousands of years.
Yes,
Even
exactly.
before people have started calling it sustainability and climate.
Exactly.
When you started off, was that an important criteria in your mind already?
In those days, these words have come into circulation nowadays, because in those days it was already a part of our society.
Exactly.
So
This is
now,
what I wanted to hear.
now people have started talking about these things.
Yeah.
So see, we used to play hockey on our grass. So it's so eco-friendly and all that. So now it is converting into a synthetic and astroturf. I'm not 100% saying that is wrong, but these changes have come with the time. So we have to make it better with each passing day and make it more and more eco-friendly and sustainable.
Bharat has been sustainable for the longest time.
Longest
right?
time.
Yes.
Sandeep ji, Siddhant, if you could build a sports city from scratch today, how would you do it?
For the sports city?
Yeah.
See, first thing, it has to be adopted from a very grassroots level and at the school level also. Basically, the grassroots, if you put all these in the grassroots level, then at the top you have to work, not that much hard. If you make it in the basic levels, and also you will get results in this thing. So if you want to make a sports city, then you have to think in a very sporting manner and hire best of the coaches, best of the techniques internationally, which is recognized, and hire best of the people with the best brains. You can make a global sports city. I mean, it's not far away.
But isn't it also important to have that, to build that mindset into people?
I was just about to add to this. Okay, if you want to build a sports city, I think mindset is something I would really work on with the young players. That competitiveness, that mindset of not backing down. I'm talking about in terms of games. So, and standing up to the competition. At the end of the day, it's competition, and the will of your winning mentality will ultimately decide who wins or loses.
Right.
Because if you compare the competition at Olympics, everybody has worked very hard. Everybody has worked hard, done all the right things, but it's that mindset which will separate the winner from everybody else. Because there's no secret. I'll give you an example. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player. He never hid anything. He told Kobe Bryant to use his coach because his coach told him. Like, he asked Michael, like, why did you tell that you can use me? He's like, it's not about the coach at this level. He knows what to do. It's about the mind.
Yeah.
If I can beat you here, I can beat you any day, anywhere, any day. So that sort of mindset we need.
Yeah, and also
I think that also comes to the point which I wanted to add is that we talk about sustainability and all, but you can have the best of sustainable products in the market. If people are not willing to invest into it, then nothing will happen, right?
Exactly. And also, I was coming to this point, Sports City. See, if you want to develop a sports city, you have to develop sports cities, because practically, if you see, you must have seen a lot of boxers in India. They are doing very good from recent history, and most of them coming from a particular city. So that culture, you have to develop in that city, and you have to encourage them, and you have to invest more and more and give them best of the facilities, which is internationally, recognized. To like how to train, how to give best of the infrastructure. So game by game, if you develop one city where you can have good boxers. In Punjab, if you go, there is a particular village. From there, if you see, so many Olympians and so many hockey players are there. So all these things, all these cities are already there. You just have to, encourage them and pushing them and developing those cities into a good infrastructure and good quality coaches and everything. Give them the best.
We have to sustain that culture. That culture should never die. It should always be better.
What's next for Rido? Are you eyeing international expansions?
See, right now,
you don't have to answer if it's a secret.
No.
That's
we definitely have global aspirations. That is why we have invested in global accreditations, so that we can be a global player. And into 2023, we exhibited in an exhibition in Germany, where we were the first Indian company to participate amongst all the foreign competition. So that goes to say that we have global aspirations, and we really want to leave a mark at global stage.
Yes, I agree with Siddhant, and we got very, very good encouragement, good results we get from there, and we have also started exporting also from last 1 year. So it's like India can also export the sports materials.
At the heart of it, Sandeep ji, isn't it about your passion, your belief in sports, and your love for the country, which will also push you for international expansions to show the world what we can do from India?
Yes, definitely. That's always there. Because we have grown in such a time that in those times we only get imported shoes. यार बाहर से आ रहे हो shoes ले आओ. We were not even getting good quality sports shoes. So we have come from that era, and now everything is available here. And now we are exporting. Made in India products are being exported to the entire world. You go to any good store in Europe or America, you will find something made in India.
I can relate to this so much, Sandeep ji, because I remember after when I started working in the US, and my first when I remember doing a video call with my mom and dad because I got my first Air Jordans, and literally jumping with joy and saying this. And I remember my late father telling me, someday, uh, maybe, hopefully, your children will not have to say that, and we will be able to produce them. I'm just remembering that conversation from so far. I think we have now reached a stage where we pretty much have everything.
You see the recent example of Indian weapons used in the Operation Sindoor. We have shown to the world that yes, and this is just in last few years. I mean, it's a hard work of our all great scientists and all those who have worked for many years. But now we are reaping those benefits, and you see the quality of Indian. When we can go to Mars, when we can go to Moon, then these making shoes and making sports quality wares and quality products is not a distant dream.
It is a very proud moment for us, I would say. As a sportsman, you could say, like, I might not be competing in Olympics, but taking my brand to the world stage is my way of competing with the foreign players, and
Yes.
I don't like to lose.
All right. Okay, we come to the next segment, which is entrepreneurship and your legacy, sir. So, and the idea behind this segment is your lessons from 3 decades plus in business. What should young founders need to hear? So, on that note, Sandeep ji, the first question to you: what's that one piece of advice you wish someone had given you early on, just when you started?
एक यही चीज होती है कि कभी भी आई मीन छोटी छोटी चीजों में उलझना नहीं चाहिए. You know what, as a young entrepreneur, you get stuck in small little things.
You wish somebody would have told you that.
Yes.
You are successful in your own right, but and of course Siddhant is carrying it forward. If I were to ask you this, Sandeep ji, सक्सेस का जो डेफिनेशन है आज उसका मायने आपके लिए इवॉल्व हो चुका है. हैज दैट डेफिनेशन ऑफ सक्सेस इवॉल्व फॉर यू? इज इट नॉट जस्ट अबाउट बीइंग द बेस्ट इन माय बिजनेस, maximum profit? Has it gone beyond that now?
Yes. The God is so kind, and He gave me so many things beyond my expectations. See, the God is so kind. I got very good family. I got all my business aspirations working very well. I got very good client base. I got good response from the market, and we got good reputation amongst our business community. So what more you desire? Money is immaterial. You make $1 million, you make 100,000, or you make $1 billion. But ultimately, you need at the end of the day, you need satisfaction, and also not that much of money is required actually to sustain. It's only here. So I got so much of accomplishment, but I'm not tired. I'm not giving up.
I completely understand. क्यों क्या होता है कि when you reach a certain stage, I remember when I started working myself, and my father and my mom, they are actually both my heroes. And I remember calling up my dad when I made my first sales deal, because I've worked with Fortune 50 companies, and dad को बोला कि ये कर दिया. And we had 3-4 big Indian competition, और हम एक startup company थे, हमें मिल गया. So I remember my dad's dad explaining me that, and the same thing. My dad's response was a very different response many years back when I was a kid, when he went through that experience. But what he said is that it's a great thing that you won a deal, but ये जो process है bidding का, talking to customers, meeting, ये जो छोटी-छोटी, he used to always tell this, and मैंने उसको अपने अंदर imbibe कर दिया है कि appreciate the small moments in the journey, whether it is a sales pitch, whether it is doing anything in life. So वो एक चीज़ है जो I have learned from my end. And that's why I asked you this question, because I think what you must have thought of success 20 years back, आज आपकी वो definition बिल्कुल बदल गई होगी.
Yeah. Definitely. At the younger age, you get different challenges, and as you grow up, you learn so many things. So then the scenario changes. You have your kids supporting you well in this, and they are also doing their journey, and I have done my own journey.
Do you feel that Siddhant has the same passion and dream? Do you see that? Of course, his circumstances are different. He has a better cushion in you. But do you see that he has that same passion and dream when you see him work? Do you feel he's more competitive than what you were at your?
Yes, and even maybe much more than my hunger and my desires, and he will definitely achieve many big goals. I'm confident in that.
All right. So, if I were to ask you this question, what do you hope your team, and I'm not talking just about Siddhant, because we are as good as our team is. So, what do you hope your team carries forward when you, at some point of time, decide to step back? Or you decide that, यार मैं कुछ और करता हूँ, या maybe I'll go to a village and spend time building kids, or I will look at talent. What do you think that one thing the team will carry forward? को क्या एक ऐसा जज्बा है जो आप चाहते हैं कि आपका जो टीम कैरी फॉरवर्ड करे?
मेरा वही रहेगा जज्बा जो मेरे फादर ने मुझे बताया था कि अपना गिव योर 100% to your business, to whatever you do, give your 100%. The results will always come good. Sometimes results are not in your hand, but it one day it will definitely come back as a good to you. So that is my main aim, and also karam karna is your first priority and your duty. Results देना ऊपर वाले के हाथ में है. That will definitely come good. आप अच्छा करोगे, अच्छा ही काम, अच्छा नतीजा होगा. बुरे काम का बुरा नतीजा होता है. अच्छा काम करते जाओगे, you will get good results. Sooner or later. ऐसा नहीं होता कि आज कोई अच्छा काम किया है तो उसी समय उसका रिजल्ट आ जाए. Sometimes you get results in a later stage. So be calm, be patient, and do your good work.
Siddhant, as you joined your dad's business and where you are today, and you've seen how your dad has succeeded, did that, I know that excites you and you're looking forward to it. You use the word, you always share this, that is exciting. Was there pressure on you that I have to I have to take this forward in a way that people remember people come and tell me you have really carried forward your dad's legacy?
That was never my motivation. That was never something that excited me. Or it was not even my dad who said that you have to do this.
No, I'm just asking from your perspective. Did you feel a pressure inside?
No, I never felt that way, and he never said something. So for me, joining the business was something.
Was it organic?
It was organic in a way because I was excited with all the floorings. That excited me. So I had gone to one of the meetings with him. Earlier, we used to import these. So we used to import these and we used to go to the manufacturers. And I was in one of the meetings. So it's just like this. I was having these guys were having conversation. I was fairly new, just understanding. So there were some things which I didn't like. You know, it was nothing he did or nothing extraordinary happened, but I felt it that way. From that day onwards, I was very passionate about these floorings. So I decided in my mind that I will make this. And I will show it to my dad that this can be done.
बताना वो वाला Air Force वाला.
And then that is when I decided I will make this. I came back and I told him, the dad is like, you do your work, what are you talking? What will make nothing? I was like, no, we'll make. I was serious. And when I decided, how old were you that time? I was 24, 25.
फैक्ट्री डाल के दिया यार.
25.
फैक्ट्री डाल के दिया बना दो.
meeting. I was 25 when the meeting happened.
Yes.
So I was 25 when this meeting happened, and I was very confident that I had found,
That calling.
that
कि-
calling.
कि this is what I want to do, and this is how I want to take it forward.
Because I knew that he started those transparent backboards which were not available. So I had some mission in that
So
way.
you have to take something different. You have to move forward.
It was my thing that I have to do. I don't want to do what is existing, that he is doing. Some addition.
During the course of the journey when you started, Sandeep ji, आपको ये विश्वास था कि आज नहीं तो कल India will start making it on its own?
100%. The day I took work, first thing in my career, business, first thing was I can make anything. If a Gora can make this thing, why not me? Or why not anyone else? If someone has, not even Gora, if someone has made this thing, I can also make it.
So for me, once I decided this, and then he was out on his 25th anniversary, so I was taking care of all the meetings. So I had to go to one PNC meeting. It's a negotiation meeting in the Air Force, in the headquarters. So I was very nervous. I had never gone. I was asking him, calling him, what's the scenario, what to do, how to
response.
He was supportive. He's like, don't worry, everything will be fine. Just go with it. So, but I like to be prepared. So I called my office and it's like, give me what's the whole background story. I was very prepared. So, however, this meeting happened, everything went, and then Air Vice Marshal Mr. S.C. Chaturvedi was there. He's like, okay, when everything is done, you are young. You should make this. Nothing. You should make this in India. And at that point in time, I swear to God, I was like, I think he's misunderstood. I can't be done,
This goes back to your dad's story about, वो बना के दो, coach ने बताया. It's almost like a deja vu moment.
Yeah, deja vu moment. And then it was like, and that I was happy I closed the order. I didn't struck my mind. But that seed, was planted somewhere down in that meeting.
And did you call up dad and tell him that this is what he said?
Yeah, I told him. And
Sandeep ji, what was your reaction at that point in time? आपको ऐसा लगा कि ये इतिहास दोहराने वाला है?
When I came back, he told me the story that they were very keen on reducing the price. I was telling them, sir, it is all imported. We cannot reduce that much. Not much margin is there. This. And then all of a sudden, Air Marshal Saab just told me, why can't you make it in India? So it stuck in my mind. So let's do something. So I said, are you sure? Can we do this? So he said, yes, we'll give an attempt. I said, okay, go ahead. Go ahead and we'll produce whatever is in your mind. Go and study it and then just give me a project, what all you need. So then he started working on that. I gave him another factory, a separate place to work, entirely no disturbance. I said, you go and start doing this thing.
Initially, just learning.
How much were you completely into that?
I was immersed.
Completely.
I was
nothing
completely
was going on around you.
The only one target.
Every day he used to bring home 5-6 samples. Dad, see this. Dad, see this. He was carrying. So it was his journey.
Wonderful.
It was like a mission, you could say.
I think that pretty much answers the final question in this segment. And this is a question for both of you actually. Are you building through Rido Sports?
Believe in Make in India. We can produce in India and we can be better than anyone else. Just you have to think in the right way, right direction.
If I were to ask this question from a perspective that yes, there is a lot of initiative now on Make in India, which is happening. Do you believe that that the talent, the capability was probably always there? Maybe the push wasn't there as much. Do you feel that?
100%.
Or do you feel that we didn't have the kind of technology which was available in the West earlier?
See, whatever we had, we always made the best out of it. If you see, we went to Mars with the smallest of the budgets. We made it happen. So it was never a doubt in my mind at least, ki we can't do this or we can't do that.
What kind of legacy are you building through Rido Sports?
Uh, we would like to give message to everyone. Like one thing I already said, that we can make, when people around the world can make things, we can also make it in India, and we have to make it even better to give our athletes, to give our society a better environment, and produce better sportsmen, and give affordable infrastructure at a very grassroots level. So that will only happen when you have your own factories, your own people who knows how to do this thing. So that is my legacy, which I want to tell to the people, that come forward and believe in yourself, believe in your own indigenous techniques. That yes, we can do that. So that will gives a lot of support to the society, and give at a very reasonable price, and also pride to every sports person who can always go and say that yes, I play on Make in India sports surfaces. I go and play on Make in India equipments. That is our own production. Our own Indian manufacturers are there. Our own Indian things are there. So that something is there in as a pride in everyone, which should be there.
So, Siddhant, all set to carry forward the legacy?
Yeah,
Or are you
we
already
have to
doing
think
it?
about the legacy, but yeah, so far we like to believe that we can do it. Whatever was not available or whatever was the challenge, we took one of the challenge, and I'm pretty sure in big country there are a lot of other challenges, and anybody who can learn from our experience or our story that it is possible.
Do you truly believe that this is the era of collaboration and not competition?
Yes, some way competition is always
Necessary.
good, and it is necessary to have a healthy competition. And collaboration is something, always takes you to the next step
Do you
ahead.
feel if you have two complementing partners like you and someone else, you can, when you have to bid or when you have to work together to be a face of India, you can collaborate and work together?
I think so, but I think both of them are very important. The competition will keep you to your toes and will keep you grounded. It will give you that reality check. It will not let you in that comfort zone. Because if you are in the comfort zone, you cannot grow. You cannot think beyond or out of the box. So that competition is very necessary. But to get on top of that competition is up to you, how you play that.
All right. So with that, we complete this segment and we will move to our final segment, which is the rapid fire. Are you excited for it?
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
So I'll ask the same question to both of you. You have to answer individually. Huh? If Rido Sports had a mascot, what would it be?
It should be something linked to Indian culture.
Okay. Do you have anything in mind?
I have right now it's a rapid fire. There are so many things in mind. Something related to an Indian sports icon, along with some Indian culture. You can say something, like maybe an Indian lion or something. That
I
sort
was
of thing.
about to say the Bengal tiger. You can
Something
say.
like
Indian tiger. Yes,
Make in India.
Yes.
they came out.
yes.
What's one sport you secretly wish you were a pro at?
I am a basketballer, so I am.
You're already a pro at.
Yes.
But I'm asking you, is there another sport you wish you
Badminton.
but what about you?
I would have been a lawn tennis player.
Okay. Okay. What's your game day playlist? One song that pumps you up.
My favorite is Shami Kapoor songs of 70s and 60s. So those were the songs we used to have in my college time. So those are the best songs I
And
like.
what about you?
Survivor, Eye of the Tiger.
Okay, that's good.
If you were to name a court after someone, who would it be and why?
So I would name it. There are so many legends, but I would choose, Indian legend, Shri Ajmer Singh Ji.
Okay. Any specific reason?
Because he's a greatest player I have ever seen in Indian basketball history.
What about you?
So for me, I also want to name some Indian player, but unfortunately, I've not seen them at that level. So I will go with Michael Jordan because he
Okay.
is the greatest in
Okay.
my opinion.
Understood. Grassroots first or top tier excellence? Build the base or serve the elite? What defines progress?
See, both are important. If you don't have a good foundation, good base is always, if you have आपने बोलते हैं ना फसल अच्छे से उगाई है तो you will get a good crop. So both the things are equally important. Since as a startup, if you ask me as a startup, if we have not taken the right steps in the beginning, so how can we reach to the top? So both the things are important, and once you reach there at the top, you have to be more what do you say, responsible and more aware of all the things like competition and other things.
Okay. What about you?
Me also, I think the grassroots is very important.
Okay.
That is very important. That is where your hunger is. But if you reach the top, the mindset needs to be there. The mindset of being at the top, you have to stay hungry. You have to outwork your competition. And that is most people can't do. So the champions, or what you can see, whoever excelled in their field and they are dominating that field, is because they have that champion mindset. They want to outwork, still reaching those heights and having tasted that success. That is very difficult for people to sustain.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. Standardization or customization? Uniform quality versus context specific design. Which one wins?
Uniform quality is really important, but you have to adopt to the certain circumstances. See, in our trade, if we follow the international, what do you say? We have to adopt according to Indian conditions. So both the things are, we have to keep the standards and also keep it in mind the situation and the area where you are going to be, use that materials. So these are my words. So
What about you?
For me, I think uniform quality wins over customization.
All right. Global benchmarks or indigenous innovation? Follow the world or lead from where you are?
no, lead from where you are and keep your standards internationally equal, or
Okay.
maybe higher than that if you can set.
Wonderful. What about you?
As a sportsman, always leading from wherever you are and maintaining and
I think the company is in safe hands. Okay. Durability or aesthetics? Should a surface last forever or look like it belongs in a museum?
No, it should be, your whatever you do, it should be, sustainable, and it should be as per the need of the sports. Since we are a sports company, you have to make the things which is really sustainable and have the best of the quality.
Okay.
Because you always keep the user in your mind. So what kind of the user, what kind of what are his needs actually? So you have to keep those in the mind.
Okay.
you are lucky. We at Rido Sports are durable and aesthetically they're very pleasing.
Wonderful. Great brand ambassadors. Policy change or people powered movement? Which creates sustainable impact in Indian sports?
Policy should always be right from wherever the governing authorities. The policies should be right to have a best environment for the country, for the entrepreneurs and for everyone.
For me also, policy is first.
Okay. Winning medals or creating access? And the reason why I'm asking this is elite success versus everyday participation. Which matters more today?
See, if you ask me, you make a ground, and if it is empty, so and you are producing a one sportsman, one winner. So you have made a one winner, but as a whole, if you see as a whole society, you have to have an environment where everyone will come and enjoy the sports, because sports gives you so many things. I was talking to a teacher, and they say that nowadays there are so many cases where their students are going into depression. Because why? I tell you the reason why. Because even parents and other, everywhere there is a lot of pressure on the students for the studies, and he doesn't have relaxing hours. In our time, we used to go playing 3-4 hours every day. That was a common practice. But nowadays there is a lot of pressure on the student. You have to score 90%. You have to be top in studies. So that pressure, every child is different. Everyone is not a 90% stuff. Everyone knows that, but still, we pursue him for the, go top in studies and all. And at the same time, if you see a healthy society, it gives you so many positives. Once a child goes to play and he comes back after 3 hours fully exhausted, and that is the stage. A children should, he should be allowed to play in the.
Yeah, I would like to say, like, you should have more grounds. So if you have more grounds, more people will come. Definitely, you'll have champions. Because you will, over the course of time, you will segregate the champions from more participation. I feel that.
Yeah, that is rightly said.
The next question is interesting. I must really commend my team that they came up with this question. Digital twins versus on-ground intuition. So, tech simulated planning versus real-world experiences.
If you ask me, real world experience is something, which is my take. Because we are of that era that, more in practical and less on this digital thing. But the younger generation, maybe he has his own views.
No, but I'll agree with him.
Yes.
The hands-on experience is far better than any technology you can ever have.
I always say this, that technology is there to, enhance maybe our capabilities. It can act as a catalyst, but we can never take away the human from that experience, right? I'm so glad both of you agree on this. Public sector projects or private partnerships, scale versus speed, which drives real infrastructure change?
Both. Scale has to be there. See the volume of our Indian population. If we do not scale, then we cannot produce good players and good environments. So both the things are important. Speed is also important, because if we have to compete with the world, we have to be speed. But to get that speed, we have to be technically correct, and our practice and other things will make you perfect. So the entire ecosystem should be there to catch up with the speed of the world.
Yeah, exactly. If you are, if you have all the correct, infrastructure, but it takes too much time to get to that infrastructure. The world is changing so fast, so you have to be changing that too at a very efficient timing, I must say.
Okay.
Make in India or design for India? Manufacturing at home versus solving for local realities?
Definitely, make in India, and think global in your mind to serve globally. Because making in India is definitely it is need of the hour, because we are we have been challenged by so many other players in the world. We have to catch them, and if we want to have a sustainable, if you want to reach and get sustainable growth, we have to have industry. The core sectors is we are very good at IT. So many things we are very good. See the defense production and defense quality. So we are very good at that. But we also think in this way that everything is important. We must make everything. We can make aeroplanes and we can make needles also. So it should be, equally, all the things should be taken care, and the Make in India will give, more and more, what do you call, the people will get more job opportunities, more tax revenues, and we can save on foreign exchange. So these are the very important factors.
How about you?
Yeah, for me also making it in India is very important. I'll just give you an example. If you look at top 100 brands or 1,000 brands in the world, there's no Indian brand, which for me is, I don't like it actually. Being an Indian, we should have at least some brands in top 100 brands of the world. Somewhere like if you go in Europe or you go anywhere in the world, you'll see all these foreign brands having their presence all across the globe. And there's no single Indian store which is there. So I would like to see more Indian brands on global stage. For that, making it in India would be a very good initiative, and as my father rightly said, they should have a vision to go global.
Yes.
Because if you are making it in India, you will make good business out of it because the market is huge. But to make a brand, to make an impression, a legacy, you need to have presence across the world. So for that, I feel Indians should have this mindset, and we are also working towards it.
I think the next question answer I pretty much know, especially when you're a sportsman. Playing it safe or playing it forward? Sustain success or take bold steps for what comes next?
If you ask me, take bold steps and keep your foots grounded and always think higher. That's my take.
Exactly the same.
You have to say,
Yeah.
it's a rapid fire, but it doesn't have to be so short.
Okay.
Playing it safe or playing it forward? Sustain success or take bold bets for what comes next?
See, take bold steps with mindfulness and keeping your foots on the ground and always think higher. That's my take.
What about you?
Exactly right. I would also play bold, and because you have to play bold if you have to succeed in life. I'm sorry. So you have to play bold, but as he said it, you have to be mindful of how much risk you are taking. It should be a controlled and a measured risk.
Okay. And this is the final question in the rapid fire segment. And I want both of you to answer because I think there is a vision which he started with and you will carry it forward. So, first question to you, for the first part to you, sir. One word to describe Rido's journey so far.
Dreaming high, dreaming high and making it happen. That's
Okay.
what but I cannot explain in just one word. We can choose the right word for this.
Yes. Okay.
For me, if you ask me, one word would be exciting.
Hmm.
It's been exciting journey. For me, I can say because I've been in this trade from 2014. So it's almost 11 years now.
Yeah.
So it's a small journey, but it's been very exciting, and future promises to be even more exciting than what it is.
And not a part of the rapid fire, but if I were to ask you this question, what is that one aspect of your father's, this journey, the way he has conducted himself, you wish you had, and which will help you take this forward?
See, the one and the only thing which I think that stands out, I really wanted is doing something with no, support. Like today, if I look at myself, I have a support. When he started, unfortunately, my grandfather passed away pretty early. So he did it on its own. So that is something which makes, for me, it's very special to start alone. Slowly. I've seen this business grow from the very grassroots level. I've seen things like slowly, where we have come up. So I've seen that journey.
So if I were to call you a second generation entrepreneur, and if I were to ask you this question, what would be that one advice you would give to someone who's a peer? That what is it that you feel they should know, especially those who are actually carrying forward a legacy?
I would say just remember the roots where it all began. Have the hunger and be hardworking.
Over to you, sir. What is that one trait in him which you feel which makes you feel Rido is in safe hands? You're still there. I'm just saying as you move forward.
There are a lot of things.
But the one thing which you
The
feel.
one thing is I liked in him is like he has the competitiveness and
Healthy
making
competitiveness.
healthy competitiveness and making it deliver. So
I think that's so important, right?
yes. That's the most important, and there are so many other important things. But as I have to say in few words, so this is the thing which I.
And do you feel that that is something which the second generation of entrepreneurs must have? That you can be competitive and yet be respectful, yet be mindful of.
Yes. Actually he is the third generation. My father and also my grandfather also were in the business, but they are not in this same business.
Yeah. I'm
I
talking from
started-
Rido. Yeah, I'm talking from a Rido's perspective itself.
Yes. So one thing I would like to guide, or I would like to say to the younger generation, that always keep in mind that the sweat and blood our parents have put in this business, and also the right policies, right ethics. The business always, if business may come down and up, but don't lose your ethics. Keep following the right path and the right policies. Small gains you can get with the wrong policies, but in the longer run, always honesty works.
If I were to ask the same question which I asked him, is that what is that one thing which, when you started Rido, as you said, your father, your grandfather was also was in business. What is that one quality which you took when you started Rido? What is that one quality which you felt would help you in doing what you were doing?
That's which I said, that always be honest to your client. Always be fair and tell the real what exactly is there. If you are in some problem, just share it with your client. Everyone is going to help you. But if you hide the things, then you are going to invite problem after problem. So always be ethical, honest, and hardworking. So these three things which I would like.
All right, wonderful. That was. I hope you enjoyed the rapid fire as much as I enjoyed listening to. Hope the questions were rapid and fun.
Very apt.
Thank you so much. Thank you
It's a
so much
pleasure.
for coming on the show. I am
Pleasure.
really grateful to both of you. I think it has been a huge learning, and I'm hoping we'll have many more such conversations.
Likewise, it was a
Likewise,
pleasure.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much.
Yeah,
Thank
it was
you
a
so
nice
much.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Between Us podcast. The producer is Santosh Kumar and the associate producer is Samyak Kamble. The Between Us podcast uploads episodes weekly, and we'll see you next time.